Good evening. My watch says it's 7 o'clock, so we'll go ahead and begin on as quick as he could. And so like last week, he finished 2 Peter and left 2 weeks to fill for this quarter. So this week, and we'll start the book of Jude. Next week, next Wednesday, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, we'll have a prayer and praise night. And then the references in your Bible, and you just look at the book of Jude, and you just kind of go down and peruse it rather quickly. Just take notice of all the times that you see 2 Peter chapter 2 come up. And it's often, it's very often, almost to the point that you could read one of the 2 Peter chapter 2 or Jude and maybe get mixed up on what you're reading. They're that similar in content. But by the time Jude was written, which was somewhere 35 years after Christ was crucified, around 60 to 68 BC, somewhere in that time frame, James the Apostle had already died. And so the brother that he's referring to is not James the Apostle, but actually James, the brother of Christ, which when we go to Matthew chapter 13 and verse 55, it said, "He is not the carpenter's son. Is it not his mother called Mary, and his brother named James, Joseph, Simon?" Verse 55, it said, "He is not the carpenter's son. The Jude is it not his mother called Mary, and his brother named James, Joseph, Simon?" Verse 55, it said, "He is not the carpenter's son. The Jude is it not his mother called Mary, and his brother named James, Joseph, Simon?" Verse 55, it said, "He is not the carpenter's son. The Jude is it not his mother called Mary, and his brother named James, Joseph, Simon?" Verse 55, it said, "He is not the carpenter's son. The Jude is it not his mother called Mary, and his brother named James, Joseph, Simon?" Verse 55, it said, "He is not the carpenter's son. The Jude is it not his mother called Mary, his brother named James, Joseph, Simon?" Verse 55, it said, "He is not the carpenter's son. Is it not his mother shared that same relationship?" But when you read his audience, first verses of Jude, we see that he refers to himself as a servant of Christ. Mark in your Bible, first verses, you can put 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 16. You can underline that phrase, bondservant or servant of Jesus Christ, and put 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 16 next to it, where Paul writes, "We regard no one according to the flesh," and put 2 Corinthians even though we saw Christ in the flesh next to it, where we no longer regard him in the flesh as well. And it's important, and it's interesting that Jude disregards his relationship, earthly relationship to Christ, in order to exemplify or highlight his spiritual relationship with Christ. A little bit about James, the brother of Christ, in Galatians chapter 2, starting in verse 9, and in Acts chapter 15.